Hello, Divine Masculine. You know, today is an interesting day. I feel the power of this Aries moon, which I know we both share. And it is definitely time for new beginnings and Phoenix moments with the Scorpio sun. I can hear the train coming around the bend. And I keep hearing owls and coyotes, seeing little mice friends. Many things have been returning to me, some of which I didn't know I lost. And I know the energy of this Mercury retrograde can do that, and was predicted. And there have been many predictions, including my own, saying that we would find each other as home again with this retrograde. And so it is with a heavy heart that I find myself doing another of the hardest things I've ever had to do, which is to leave you in the karmic carnival that you have been clinging to. I don't know how much spell work or gaslighting or just your own sometimes adorable way of defeating yourself has kept you clung there, afraid to face your shadow work, afraid to be accountable, afraid to really claim and clean up the messes you've made, which I recognize at this point is not exactly an easy feat, though I feel like I keep hearing spirits whisper, saying, just believe in him. Just believe in him, Divine Feminine, because if you can't believe in him to make things right, to make amends, to stand in his power, to be Divine Masculine, then who will? And Divine Feminine, if you're too afraid to let him sit in the dark and not hold faith that he will find his way to the tunnel where the light guides it like a star to the way out, then you hold him in place. And so now it's time for me to be brave, because it's certainly not easy to think about having no 3D contact and having to go without seeing that smile on your face, knowing that by standing in my power, I am removing many smiles from your face. And even though I know that many of them are fake, as you do your typical I'm fine and nothing's wrong, I still, you know me, I've never liked being anyone who ever stole your thunder. And I know that the actions I take hold great consequences on the crumbling castle that you've been trying to hold up on false foundations, mostly all on your own. Though, dear masculine, I cannot watch you hurt yourself on my generosity. I cannot sit back and watch you get hurt, watch you allow yourself to become someone you're not, hurting others along the way too. I find it interesting though, because I remember this part in the cycle. There's been so many confirmations of the cycle too. We are where we were when I called for separation last year. All with much of the same interactions happening. And I'm looking back at all of them and realizing how many times you've proven why I should have faith in you, why I love you, why I know it's you, and why I must be willing to stand in the truth. I must be willing to say, no, masculine, I will not give more to you now. You have all that you need. You are not a coward. You need to remember your power. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to stand in the light. And I don't know how long that'll take. I don't know if it'll be hours or days, weeks, months, even years. I don't even know where I'll be in most of that time. All I can do is pray to Spirit that I won't lose my mind, that I won't lose faith, that I'll keep seeing your smiling face in my dreams, hearing your name in random stores and streets, and seeing synchronicities showing me you're getting free. Because your silence definitely speaks after I made it clear to you that it would be a cry for help. And since the Karmic Carnival is the sort of cosmic creation that I cannot really interfere with unless I stand in my power, graciously accept what is mine, and stand back and let Spirit handle the rest. And in many ways it feels like that is my own test. And the test isn't even, can I accept what is mine? Or can I help you? But can I stomach the idea of you hating me, even temporarily? Though unfortunately I do know that whatever you've gotten into, you already believe me to be the enemy. You already believe me to be the one just trying to take from you. You have been clouded and deceived in so many ways until your head is spinning and you don't know who is friend or foe. And I know that things are about to get worse. Especially if you don't free yourself. As you've already confirmed for me, everything predicted if you stayed in the circus. And so, dear masculine, it is with a heavy but strangely hopeful heart that I pray for you as you now journey through the dark. Without the warmth that I brought to you, with the truth of what you've been doing, and the swift sword of justice coming crashing down on every false foundation. I suppose I can only hope that I have done as much good work as I feel like I have, so that I can build a foundation that is stable for when you are back. I don't know how many of these you've listened to. I know there's at least a few. Though I hope that at some point when you get to this one, you'll recognize that I never gave up on us. Even in my own moments of karmicness and humanness, I never wanted to give up on us. And I've always just tried to do what felt like was best and what Spirit said needed to be next. And as far as I can see it at this point at least, I have no plans to change plans, and will go with the plan of calling in financial abundance and working towards the house that we've been manifesting. So that whether you come round as my intuition says you likely will by this blue moon, or if it's much later than that, I will have space for you with all the things you love. The cookies, the snacks, the ice cream, the garage space, the hill for the truck, and plenty of smiles and warm 1 in a million hugs. Oh, my divine masculine, I love you so much. You definitely drive me crazy at times, though. Somehow I feel like your 5D self is here, not quite cheering me on, but saying, just trust me, divine feminine. My 3D self needs this. Sometimes he needs tough love. Just trust that, just like all the times before, he'll reach out after he comes out of the dark and tell you how much he appreciates you so much for being willing to stand up for him, for being willing to do the hard thing, for even being willing to be the victim at times if that meant doing what was right. Just trusting in the divine. I love you. I always consider you mine. The love does not keep, and love does not trap. And so now I release you to whatever you will do, to go, and we'll go through my own cycles of emotions as we see truth revealed under this interesting time.